I don't want no cornbread, beans, and black molasses. It's supper time, Lord, 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 it's supper time. I got a letter from my mama this morning. I got a letter from my mama this morning. She said, come on, son, Lord, 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 son, come on. I ain't got no ready-made money. Ain't got no ready-made money. Can't come home, Lord, 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 I can't come home. You're back at me, June, July, and August. You're back at me, June, July, and August. Then I come home, Lord, 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 I come home. 'Cause I don't want no cornbread, beans, and black molasses. I don't want no cornbread, beans, and black molasses. It's up a time, Lord, 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 it's up a time. I like some of these songs, but after hearing the last, I don't know, however many, but I'm totally depressed now. I remember when I was a little kid, I had to take piano lessons from a large woman. Couldn't fit off the bench with her, but I'd be standing there, you know. She'd be playing some Beethoven, saying, Arlo, this is what we're going to learn this week. I'd say, oh, okay. And when she was done, I'd say, well, you play it really good. Can you play that again? And if I could get her to play it a few times, I could memorize it. You know, I didn't actually learn to read the music, which was what I was supposed to do. I'd just take it home, play it a couple of times in the week, and bring it back like I'd been reading the whole freaking thing the whole time. And I got away with that for a long time. But in those days, I had a stepfather that was living with us, and music was not his thing. He bought the radio only for the ball games and stuff, and I'd be coming home from school, and he'd be sitting at the kitchen table, you know, listening to a game or something, reading the paper. And I was supposed to be practicing the piano, and I'd be up there, you know. Yelling, Arlo, that doesn't sound right. And he comes stomping over behind me, looking over my shoulder at the music I knew he couldn't read. And I said, well, see right there, it says Beethoven, and it's got little notes. He said, just make sure you're playing it right. You know, I got away with that. But one time I was trying that again, and I didn't realize my mom was standing behind me. I couldn't see her. My mom, who could read music really well. My mom would have been Beethoven in a former life or something. So I heard it coming long before I actually felt it. I had to practice until I got physically so much bigger than my mom, she couldn't make me do anything, you know. But in those days we had, in the basement, my father's collection of these old records. And I discovered them. the old 78s. So most people here, I'm looking around at the age, there might be just a few young ones. 78 was sort of like a CD. It was a little bigger, and it went on a flat thing, went around, and it went around 78 times a minute, so they called them 78. And then after a while, they come out with the 33 and a third, That was even bigger and took twice as long to go around. And if you had the right kind of record player, you could take the old 78s and play them back at 33 and a third. So it took twice as long. Twice as long in music means that it's in exactly the same key. It's just lower down and slower. So something that went, now went. And you can figure out what those guys was doing. You can steal stuff. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know how anybody learns anything off a CD. Let me play a little tune that I used to go down there, and we had a little piano in the basement that nobody could hear. I'd be practicing the stuff I heard on the old records, So, and when I ever get to feeling depressed or sad or something like that, and talking too long, I just sit down and play this kind of stuff, and it makes me smile. And this is an old one I learned back years and years ago when I was a kid. Let's change that. That's what first got me into listening to the songs that come from New Orleans, the early jazz, the old ragtime stuff, and the barrel house stuff. I just fell in love with it as a kid. And I kept dipping back into New Orleans from time to time, and this is one of the old songs. Down in old Joe's bar room at the corner by the square, the drinks was served as usual, and the usual crowd was there. Now on my left stood Big Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red, and as he looked at the gang around him, these were the very words he said. I went down to the St. James Infirmary divan, stretched out on a long white table, so young, so cold, so fair. 17 coal black horses hitched to a rubber-tired hack. 7 girls going to the graveyard, only 6 of them are coming back. Well, let her go, God bless her, wherever she may be. She may search this wide world over and never find another man like me. Just bury me in my high-top Stetson hat. Place a $20 gold piece on my watch chain to let the Lord know I died standing back. I want 6 crap shooters for my pallbearer and a chorus girl to sing me a song. Place a giant band on my sweaty, just to raise hell as we roll along. Well, now that you've heard my story, I'll take another shot of booze. And if anyone here should ask you, I've got a gambler's blues. Well, you're still here, so it can't be too bad.
I gotta find him. There he is. Look at that. Pretty bump in the face.
Aside from the last hurricane, the weather has just been awesome up here. And I'm so happy, although my bike is in Florida at the moment, and so I'm missing out on, and it's been, this has been going on now for a few years. I had my bike in the woodshed about a half hour from here, and it's been there, and we're on the road about 9-10 months a year, so every time I'd get back, you know, it'd be for like a few days. And every one of those days would be like rain, fog, sleet, hail, volcano, tornado, whatever, something, you know. And so the bike would sit there in the woodshed, and I'd go off again for a couple of months, come back for a few days, same freaking thing. And it went on like this forever. And finally, it was getting so bad that my wife, Jackie, took the bike, moved it into the living room. That was company. And she called to tell me about it. I was on the road somewhere in Arizona, going down, you know, the road in the tour bus, reading the paper. In the paper was an article about another guy had his bike in the house, in the living room, just like mine. Somewhere up in the north, you know, in the cold weather country, not like California where it's bike rides all year round. And This guy had it in the house. He was polishing the thing, you know, tweaking, whatever, working on it all winter long, waiting for the good weather. And finally he couldn't wait anymore. He started to back up there in the house. The clutch was engaged, so it took off on him. The guy waits for the thing. I'm reading this in the paper. And it sort of got caught on a cuff or something like that. It's dragging him round and around the living room, faster and faster, until finally it started going so fast, it went through the living room wall, out into the street where it crashed into a bunch of parked cars. The bike is sailing down the road. He's lying on the pavement, screaming, crying. The wife calls the ambulance. Paramedics come, take the guy down to the hospital. He's been there for a few hours. She's thinking, might as well clean up. So she gets the shop vac out there in the living room, getting up all the gas and oil-soaked rags he had, whatever he was polishing, tweaking with all winter long. Took the whole thing, dumped it in the toilet in the bathroom, closed the door, forgot all about it. The man comes back that night. His arms in casts in front of him, I guess. He's walking in thinking, this would be a good time going to the bathroom, light up a smoke or something. You couldn't make this up. Now the guy gets the match lit. There's a huge explosion. The fumes have been building up in the bathroom all day. I mean, put this in your mind. The man is now flying through the air with his arms in front of him. His butt is on fire. He's flying so fast he blows through the bathroom door down the hallway into the living room where he started earlier that day. He's screaming, crying again. The wife calls the ambulance. Paramedics come. It's the same ones who was there earlier that morning. They're laughing so hard that they haul him off on the stretcher that they trip and drop him on the pavement. It makes even more stuff. This song is for that guy. I don't want to go. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to go. I want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. Just last week, the other day, thought I'd go see my friend Ray. So I went up, saw my friend Ray. This was the only thing Ray could say was, I don't want to go. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to go. I want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. Just last week, I was on my bike, running into my friend named Mike. Run into my friend named Mike. Mike no longer has a bike, but he cries, I don't want to go. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to go. I want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die. Just want to ride on my motorcycle. Well, I'm glad you like it. I mean, imagine writing a song like that. Coming from the family I come from, friends I know. No, it just mean-spirited, frankly. I mean, you're sitting there, if you've ever written a song or two, or painted a picture, or wrote a story, or anything like that, the feeling of doing it can become familiar. You could almost see it come, you know what I mean? I was sitting around one day, and out of the corner of my eye, I could see that inspiration was coming toward me. I was so excited, you know. Grabbed a pen, a piece of paper, you know. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and pretty soon the world is getting mystified, you know, whatever, disappearing. And I picked up the pen, I started writing. I don't want to go. I looked at that, I said, what the hell kind of long time now. I came over here sometime. I couldn't do anything, by the way.